Ray's status changes, is there a timeline? What are your expectations here, short and long?
I would think, obviously, we're glad that he's been reinstated. He spoke to the players yesterday. And now, obviously, we've got the game tomorrow. We travel on Thursday for the game Saturday. Then we go straight from Portland to Houston again. So I would think he would be free to certainly join in the beginning part of training as of Wednesday, Thursday next week.
How do you balance, this is a squad that could use his talent with, we don't want to rush him back?
Well, you can't rush him because ultimately he's going to break down, and we can't afford that. He's had a long break. He's working really hard. He's doing 2 and 3 sessions a day. He's approached it in a great manner. And as I've said numerous occasions, we can use him, but any team in this league can use a fit and healthy Reynoso. So, the sooner the better, but we have to look at the big picture and not the immediate picture, because the last thing we want to do is set him back again and then he can't do anything for a longer period. So, we'll err with a bit of caution, but still we want to start to push him now.
Does that mean he probably won't play until June, per se?
I don't want to put a time on it, Andy, for fear of people going, oh, you said June. I don't know. I think it will be a week-to-week session of seeing it where he is. He's in good shape, but he's obviously doing a little bit of work at home. Is not the same as training every day in this environment, and certainly a million miles away from a game day.
What feedback did you get from? He said he met with the players.
He met with the players yesterday. I think you speak to them about that. I wasn't in that meeting, but apparently it went well. He was very open and very honest with what had gone on, and I think we move on from here. As I said before, I think if Ray comes in and trains really well and shows by his actions, not by his words, that he wants to be here, and if he does that, I've seen a lot worse than what Ray's done, and he'd be forgiven by the rest of the group. Players are normally a forgiving lot. They've all made mistakes, and now we've got to move on.
How does he earn the trust of you back and the rest of the coaching staff?
By his actions, what he does, how he trains, how he performs. As I always say to the players, the one thing they can never guarantee is playing well. They can't, because the opposition can do something about that. What they can control is the amount of effort they put in, determination they play with, application to working hard. That's what Ray's got to do. And if he does, his talent will take over, and we know what that's like.
Have you got any sense of the players that have been waiting for him to come back?
I don't think there's anybody who doesn't want your better players being back. As I said before, the Lakers weren't too good without LeBron, were they? No, I'm serious. You take big pieces out of any team, any sport, you're not the same. And at times these things happen, whether it be an injury or whether it be what happened with Ray. But we need to get him back and need to get him back fit and healthy and get him on the field. But we will not rush it.
What about Houston for tomorrow? I mean, is it kind of the fact that you have another quick game turnaround, is that a good thing for you guys, or especially without the way things are playing?
Well, we spoke about this morning. It's like our season's been in two at this moment. First 5, really well organised, very disciplined, very determined not to concede goals, taking the odd opportunity when it came. The last 5 games have been conceding poor goals, poor marking, and not taking the opportunities when they come. We've got to reverse that. It's an opportunity for us. If we win the game, we'll go to 15 points, probably put us 5th or 6th in the league, and that's the way we have to look at it. We've got a game on hand on most teams, well, a lot of teams in and around us, so it's not doom and gloom. But as I said to the players, there's no magic wand. Nobody's going to come in here and go, you're going to be good again. It's about our actions and what we do on the field that will change our fortunes at the minute.
How was your assessment of the 3-man backline, given the poor marking at times, but also just the errors that have stacked up? Do you look at the errors or the shape?
Well, it doesn't matter whether you play 3, 5, 4 at the back. If people make individual errors, it's going to cost you. I didn't think that it worked particularly well. That's why we changed it at half-time in Kansas, and I thought we were better for that change. We've got to assess what we think is best tomorrow, knowing that in 3 days' time we're in Portland, and in another 2 days we're in Houston again. We've got 7 games this month? Yeah. And then we've got 3 the following month. Can't quite work that one out, but there you go.
Adrian, what did you make of the 2-man striker partnership between Bonky and Sangbin Saturday night? And is that something you would look to test again in the near future?
I think it's every game we'll take it on its merits. I think Bongi proved when he came on and went up front that he's got an ability to play up there. Sangbin will always be up there. Now, obviously, Luis, I thought, came in and gave us a lift. I thought Fraga did well when he come on. So we'll have to bear that in mind with the team selection tomorrow.
Adrian, was there a catalyst, or why was the time now for Emanuel to come back?
You'll have to speak to him about that. I'm sure they're over when next week comes round. There'll be an opportunity for you guys. I've spoke to Ray, but I think it's better coming from him.
Let's say the guy's first full session back.
Yeah, although we didn't do an awful lot today that would really jeopardise him, but you can see he's out here, he's working really, really hard. His determination and his professionalism has been exemplary, so it doesn't surprise me he's probably a little bit ahead of schedule. We weren't even sure whether he'd play this year, but he'll certainly play this year, and I'm thinking sooner rather than later.
Still weeks though, or?
Yes, I would think, yeah.
Adrian, when you put out that three-man back line, it leaves you in a position with no central defenders on the bench due to the injuries of Marquez and Henry. What are their statuses today? I saw them running on the.
They're both closer now, yeah.
Any timeline for them?
Daniil's probably nearly there. Mikel will probably be, I would think, next week.
Obviously, Sangbin was, upset with his PK.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to him at that time?
Well, there's nothing, is there? He knows it's a poor penalty. When you take that responsibility that I'm going to take the pen, when you miss it, there's not an awful lot you could say. It's on your shoulders. You're capable. He's capable of scoring it, and he didn't. And it might have been a game change for us, Andy. I just think if we'd have gone in 2-1 and then changed the shape, the fact that they hadn't won a game all season, I think it might have put a bit of nervousness in there. But they're all ifs and buts. That didn't happen. And as I say, the second half was better. First half wasn't good enough.
Is Sangbin at the 9 going to be a mainstay going forward, or do you still see him as a 10?
He can do both. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the fact that Ray's back and how long that's going to be, we don't know. But he can certainly play up the top. He's played in wide areas as well. So, there's a lot of flexibility with our front men at the minute.
With Tanny scoring goals and
Yeah.
assisting goals, is that something, obviously you want to see that, but does that induce a recall, or is that just something that...
No, he needs to play. I think I spoke to him over the weekend. He got 2 great goals, made another one. The fact that he's had a couple of years where he hasn't been playing consistently, and the reason we sent him to San Antonio, it's a good team. They get good crowds, good facilities. It's a next level up from MLS Next. This will be proven valuable for him. We'll bring him back at some stage during the year, but that might only be just to train with the guys for a week, just to see how he feels and how he is. But no, the plan is for him to go down there and play well and score goals.
With Diogo playing well with the twos, what's the next step for him? Is there a loan? Does he come into the first team?
Well, maybe it may be a similar thing to Tanny,
Okay.
Because the one thing is that MLS Next tournament is very young. And Pacheco's a bit different because he's older. He's 24 years of age. He needs to go and start playing against men who are playing for their livelihoods, and I think that will maybe the next stage for him.
What about Iwe?
He's got a good goal. Yeah, well, we like Iwe.
You've got one option left to bring him up to the first
Yeah.
team for the remainder of the year.
But we'll do that when we need him. I don't want to do that when we've got a full complement of players and he's got to sit on the bench and we waste that opportunity. We'll try and bring him up when he's got an opportunity to maybe play.
Are you happy with the level of the team, given the winless streak, the energy and effort of the guys in training?
Yeah, it's like anything. You don't go from 5 weeks ago being a really good team that people are talking about, well organised, to 5 games later, this is not a good team. You don't. We have enough talent here. We need to add that. We need to add to it. We know that. And come the next window, we will. But at this moment in time, there's nothing wrong with this group. There's a little bit of confidence and another win. And hopefully that's tomorrow night.